right. We are getting into grand finals.
Oh, is this it?
Just kidding. No, it's losers finals.
I was about to say, it's
Yeah.
like...
Told you.
I'm an idiot.
You must feel so silly right
I
now.
am very silly.
So I imagine we're going to be seeing the Sonic. But the thing is, see, Inspector loves DK. He's known to play DK, and he loves playing DK against Joss specifically. See, this all goes back to a grudge match at the very first tournament where Inspector and Joss played a DK Ditto to win a DK plushie. Joss won, and Inspector Blacket was quite salty about it, justifiably so. He's a very, he's a control, calm guy. When he gets salty, he walks it off. No rudeness here. I wish there was a little more, actually.
Right.
But DK Paladin.
When we watched him walk away with that DK plush, you saw him just pull a sword from one of these guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he almost sliced Joss's arm off, actually. It was wild.
I wish I could have seen him in person.
So, now, he didn't do... You see, you can tell he's being serious with his DK at least, because he didn't do the classic where he just gives up all stage control and jumps off while charging the back.
Right. No, and that's actually the normal expectation for most DK players.
Yeah.
Having not seen a lot of competent DKs in these tournaments, I've played a couple of them. Most of them just kind of, go for a jump and rush the guy down.
Ooh, there's the giant punch.
There it was.
Now, Joss is, his play is a pretty good, it's kind of standard palette. Beautiful weight and the spacing on it.
Absolutely.
And so what we saw in the very first part of that stock is that Blacket was able to catch a lot of his landings by anticipating his spacing on the back air and just catching it just right with the dash attack.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how Joss adapts to that. But here's the standard, try to get back down the stage. Just kidding, you're DK.
Joss is just not letting it back doing it at all.
I'm surprised he was so cautious on that ledge trap, but it kind of worked out for him.
No, absolutely. You don't expect to see such.
Oh my goodness. That's another Blacket special.
Yep. And that's gonna be. It almost was another. You're not getting off the stage for a couple of minutes.
Yep. Oh, and.
Yep. Ding dong.
Oh no! The cargo throw didn't take it.
Could have been it.
Yeah. This is. All right. There we go.
Out of the edge.
Yeet! All right. Get out of here. Sorry for headphone wearers. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never hear again. You never hear it coming.
Right. So we came back from off stage and just really pushing down into the wall.
Yeah, and Blacket is also known for pulling the preemptive upbeat as a mix-up, which you have to do sometimes so that you don't give people a free ledge trap.
Yeah.
But it can bite him. But if you're not expecting it, that grab would have been juicy.
It would have been very unexpected.
Pokemon's a really good stage for ding-donging, and it was out of the range at this point, especially with Rage.
Absolutely.
But now, just a light tickle from DK. He's got, that's it.
That's really it, yep.
Oh, red
DI.
And from mid-stage.
Yeah.
But next one, for sure.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Up throw.
Okay.
How are we starting it up again? We're hoping for a good 1-2 stock here, but I don't know. Part of me thinks that we're not going to see it.
You're hoping for that. I'm hoping Joss gets fucked. Yeah.
We're not picking favorites.
No. Everyone here in Billings is my favorite.
Right, no, the Billings crew is good.
Except for
Yeah, keep your mouth shut on that one, bud.
I'm gonna pull a Hayden and just not talk.
Probably for the best, or do what Detox did earlier while he was...
Oh yeah, he was mad. Was that against your Zelda? No, that was against Tube Zelda.
Tube Zelda,
oh,
yeah.
You fucking coward.
Right, I love it. He's great.
But to be fair, I'm not expecting Zelda to fight Max face on Final
Zelda
Fantasy.
really ever. Zelda is just not a commonly seen character.
Yeah, that was not quite fair.
Smash.
Back air will take it on a
second
platform.
little back air.
Yeah, and
pretty great.
And of course, Blacket gets to pull beat you with much worse character. You must suck card.
Right. And now he's gonna rub that into his face for the rest of his life.
Oh, you know it.
You will die remembering this.
So we're a little bit past. I think hopefully we don't get a double set grand finals, but we got to do best out of 5 for winners and losers.
Absolutely,
we can.
for sure. And I'm taking a look at
Buster Bracket. Ooh, grand finals, Detox. Winners finals is Detox versus Pickle.
Yep, I actually already beat.
Oh, okay.
So I think
I'll adjust it for you, but yeah, I got it. Oh, there we go. It's been updated. So you're going to play the winner of Detox and Cadence, and you're going to get a higher dollar. Oh, baby. Yeah, I already...
Give me a Kit Kat.
Shout out to Silverstorm for hosting us. Silverstorm Creations here in Billings, Montana. It is a wonderful store for all of your weeb needs. And if you don't like weeb stuff, why are you even in the Smash team? Get out. We don't like garbage. Dude, you play all Fire Emblem characters. You don't have to like weeb. You are weeb.
Living embodiments.
That's true. That's because Robin requires skill.
Oh.
I do like it.
You mean her? That. So Josh just pulled the. You're trying to skip the ledge trap. Okay, to beat an F smash, and I ate 2 of those in the same game against Blacket. So he should know better.
You should, but sometimes you don't have the mental fortitude to remember a match from that long ago.
Yeah, or maybe you think that they're going to go off stage, and so you just want to land right on.
Ooh.
But this is looking like a very different game from game 1.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Again, Palutena definitely having the socket.
That always feels so bad when you go to punish the end of Monkey Swing or whatever DKJP is called.
Right.
And then you just get hit by that last little fist.
It just makes the game take.
All right, rinse and repeat. Oh.
Eventually.
I like the idea. Didn't work out. And this is looking like it's going to be at the very minimum of the game set.
Oh yeah.
All right. Blacket's really got to close this out without taking too much damage, and he does because Joss decides that
he doesn't want to be here.
he hasn't donated much to charity lately.
No. Get some more money, bro.
Catches the jump, goes all in on the F smash, wants that JB hard.
And DK just not able to get in, and he gets out. There we go. Just take a little bit of patience like this. I've seen a lot of heavier builds like DK, mostly DK, against smaller, lighter, faster characters. Palutena is definitely not the David and Goliath situation that we've seen.
Oh no, Palu is David and Goliath. Palu's Goliath.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
Exhibit A. So, going into game 3 now. Here's the question. Is Elijah, Inspector Blacket, going to try his Sonic or his Banjo?
I'm not
if he tries his
change-up,
if he tries his Diddy Kong, he's giving up.
Yeah. I'm expecting him to stick with what he's got, because it seems to be mean. Oh, actually we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
He took a game, he had his fun, but he really wants to close this out. He does not want to go down 2 games.
No. Losing this late into the bracket's gotta be hard.
Yeah, I would know.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You should try it.
I thought about it. I'm doing that in Buster bracket right now.
You're waiting in grands.
Yeah, I can't actually believe that at all.
I can. The whole point is that you all suck. Nah.
Damn right.
So that's why we get you more practice against people with equivalent skill level.
Eventually. I'm actually gonna get some practice against actual people instead of
Ooh,
people who are online.
By the way, that was cool. Did you notice that the counter visual, the graphic for the counter, stayed during the grab and pummel? That was interesting. I haven't seen
That
it.
was very strange. I didn't catch the graphic. That's on that.
Okay. The down
I have a
tilt.
hard time getting on stage, but
What are you talking about?
apparently it works out because Palutena just failed from that.
Now, for anyone who doesn't know the Sonic matchup very well, like me before like a couple of years, and still kind of me,
Right.
it's very important to figure out how to punish what happens after the homing attack, because you have to figure out what direction he's going to air dodge, and if you want to be able to punish a little bit more reliably, you're going to have to spot dodge that homing attack. So parry and obviously shield are just not nearly as good. But this is a much closer game. It's going to be a little bit of a grind, because Elijah's going to take his time. He's going to see the right way to approach Joss, maybe trying to catch him in the range. But Joss, again, is that low little Mac F smash is showing. He's just going to throw that out there for the lead for Holly.
Oh, and we're trading stocks here. So Jeez, you know, it is a pretty fast-paced game compared to games 1 and 2 at this point. Despite them being completely different sets.
Right, adding
like, it feels completely different still.
Right, despite having a Sonic in there. Well, no, actually, I think the DK probably the first game. But what are you talking about? Those games are way quicker. They're like slaughtered. Someone get this man off comms. Don't you have a bad person to beat in grand finals?
Yeah, I'm hoping so here in a second.
All right. So 2-2, and again, you know, Joss has definitely learned his lesson from game 1, and he's using the good power buttons to control this space. He's weaving around. He understands that he's going to have to wait a while to pick his spot against Sonic, and he's okay with that.
It seems to be working out. Still has an 80% advantage here, but Sonic's just gonna rush in and try to get some.
This is a cool concept, you know, game theory as applied to fighting games. I'll figure that out. But you know, when you're playing against an opponent who you know is strong, you can't really outthink them that reliably, especially if they're same or maybe even smarter level than you. So you're going to have to do what's called a mixed strategy, where you throw in a little bit of sort of tactical randomness, reads and callouts. You can't do it too much, but just enough so that you don't let your opponent get a complete read on your flowchart.
Right.
And Josh is definitely, as a Mac player, he's got that down.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's definitely showing you his playstyle with, you know, with Sonic.
All right. How's he going to get back on the stage? Double jump.
He's going to be able to hold it, though.
Elijah's probably going to download that. Let's see if he calls that a double jump on the next ledge trap situation that he earns. But and the other thing is, maybe playing against Ken and some other characters is kind of hurting a little bit because he's so used to being able to do as he pleases with his spins, and Palu's got a couple invincible moves to stand in the way.
You can't play simply aggressive against a character who's got reflectors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well,
it's a completely different playset.
And reflectors don't matter in this matchup. Although I guess it'd be really funny if he reflects spring and it somehow hits back up. I would laugh so hard.
The day that I see that is the day that he's like, I've seen enough. I have seen it all.
No, that's not the point of this game. There's always some new whack-ass interaction for you to see. You gotta just keep hanging around. So, really tense, you know, and Joss is taking his time. We're already past the 3-minute mark, down to 2:48. And again, see, the jump, especially with the platform available, pretty good choice. Not punished yet.
Unfortunately, Sonic's in a rough spot.
Oh my god, that was
very
butt clenching right there.
Very aggressive, not the wisest play. But, hey, it worked out.
I think it was definitely one of those mixed strategy, semi-random call-outs that we were talking about. And again, the risk reward's pretty good. If he hits with that, it's the end of the game, and he's up 2-1. But now the risk reward's awful because they're both in a potentially one-touch scenario.
Sonic managed to bring this back, but unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna stay.
I don't know what he's going for with that DI. Had DI out in that situation because no back throw was available, and you can't let yourself get hit by the down throw bear.
Absolutely not, no.
All right, now we're going into game 4. Joss is potentially advancing to grands after this. Thanks for coming, guys. And next time, do better.
If you don't get beat by me.
Yeah, did you beat Zerico in Buster Bracket?
I did.
I faced him in pools, I believe. And yeah, he definitely needs to learn a little bit more about the Ken matchup and some of his Toon Link conversions, some B&Bs. We've got a lot of newer players here. Oh yeah, you're right, Young Link. Hayden got it right. Several brains is better than the half a brain that I bring.
You know, that's fair.
So,
Not bad job.
yeah, it's a lot of people here, they're really starting to get their fundamentals, their basic game put together, and I'm excited to see how they develop. Alright. If anyone wants to join our comms, you are welcome. So we got game 4. It's getting pretty exciting here with this matchup of top tiers. Now that we've weeded out all the high, mid, and low tier characters, sending them back home on the bus where they belong, in the shanty town where they all live, on the wrong side of the tracks. This is the battle in the high rises. Big advantage starting out for Joss. Oop. How is he going to get out of this ledge trap?
What game is this?
This is game 4. 2-1. It was 1-1 in DK Powder games, and then Joss won the first Sonic game. It's pretty close. Blacket really turned it around after going down somewhat of a disadvantage. He went down to last hit, and Joss clutched it. Down throw back air. Classic Palu. And this is still really close. Obviously Sonic can sometimes have a little bit of trouble closing out stocks, especially when his opponents know how to DI out of his most common closing frames and they're out of the percent window.
I do like watching Sonic games. They can be pretty boring for some people, and I like the mix-ups that you can do, especially when you're hitting shield with either the side or the down B and whatnot.
Absolutely, and the key here is that as a terrible scene, all of our Sonic players still like to hold forward enough to make the games fun. Shout out to Raph and Georgia for showing how a real patient Sonics play. Also, Sonics, one of the best Sonics in the world to do it, in I believe Dominican Republic. Thank God they're not here, but also, you got to respect their skill.
Oh yeah. I like he's got some really good aerials that can stuff out some of the Sonics Sonic combos.
Right. And what you're seeing, this is like the big, the game dynamic setting interaction that we're seeing here is Sonic's spin moves versus Joss's positioning with his dash attacks and his back airs, because that just shuts it down completely. The projectiles don't do as good of a job because of the damage properties and the invincibility that some of the Sonic's spin moves have. But, he's been really holding Blacket to ledge for a good chunk of the last couple of games.
One thing I haven't been seeing from Joss at all is I haven't been seeing up smash.
You weren't here last time. You were throwing him out at kill percentage. Shout out to 69.8%.
I feel like it would be a good move just to stop him from charging with either of the spin.
For sure, it is very punishable though. And again, we were just talking earlier about Joss is doing a nice mix of throwing out, a basic game plan with tactical bits of randomness, guesses, and hard reads, just to make sure that Blacket never quite get a beat on him.
You have to mix it up in order to keep the
really great call on that common Sonic escape option using the air dodge after the OB with that pivot grab. And now he's earned himself yet another ledge trap situation, and he's been able to just get so much data collected and too far away. Joss takes it handily. Inspector Blacket takes 3rd place at this event. Joss moves up to grand finals for the rematch